Shedeur Sanders, his NFL career has started as QB4, but Sunday he will be QB1, making his first pro start when the Browns face the Raiders in Vegas. Shedeur's NFL debut came last Sunday in a loss to the Ravens, where he struggled, but now he's got a week of first-team reps. Shedeur and company are looking to snap their 3-game losing streak. Stephen A., is Sunday's game against the Raiders a make-or-break game for Shedeur's future with the Browns?
It's absolutely a make-or-break game for his future with the Browns. I mean, I'm not going to say the future in the NFL because there's always somebody that might give you a second chance and grab you. But in terms of his future in Cleveland, it's this Sunday. He cannot look like trash. He cannot go out there and complete 25% of his passes. He cannot look lost and completely discombobulated. And we're not going to throw out excuses about him not having any reps with the first team. And I'm not saying this negatively towards him. I don't believe he was put in a position to succeed the other day. I don't believe he's been put in a position to succeed with the Cleveland Browns. I view the Cleveland Browns as a house divided, where whether it's an offensive coordinator and the head coach having a different view than the GM and the owner or whatever it is, I don't know what the hell is going on, but I don't believe he's in a place where collectively they are doing everything that they can to ensure his success. Dio, I know your position on this, and I know you're diametrically opposed to what I'm saying. Respectfully, I don't give a damn. You have a coach in Kevin Stefanski who is a two-time coach of the year. This man knows what he's doing. I respect the hell out of Kevin Stefanski. There is no way that you can send a quarterback out there looking that damn lost, not having any cadence, any reps whatsoever with the first team. No way. That's what happened. And I don't think that's an accident. That's just my personal opinion. I don't report on the Cleveland Browns. I'm not coming from a knowledgeable and informed perspective here. I haven't gotten word from anybody. No, this is just me watching what I watched, seeing what I saw, and looking at how inept a talented quarterback like Shedeur Sanders, at least when I saw him in college, was in his first pro debut when he came in after Dylan Gabriel went down. But now he's getting those reps because Kevin Stefanski has said he's starting this weekend. Now we're going to see. I'm not telling you got to go out there and look like a star or anything like that, but he cannot look completely clueless. He cannot look lost. It cannot replicate what he did that past weekend, and he's still going to have a future in Cleveland. I don't believe it for 1 second. That's what I believe is on the line right now when we're talking about Shedeur Sanders.
All right, so here's Stephen A. When you kind of talk about Stefanski and your at least vantage point of how he's handled the situation, my pushback to you is this. You could sit in one breath and say tons of respect for, and then also say you're making it sound like it's intentional. And that's a relatively big assumption, correct? Like when you say two-time coach of the year, but you can't trot him out there like that, and you feel like you're setting him up to not have success, you're making it sound intentional. And I think that's
fine. Okay, fine. That's fine. What I would say to you in response directly, Dan, is this. If you are a two-time coach of the year and you're universally recognized by football aficionados such as yourself as being one of those elite coaches in the game, and somebody is put out there and looks completely lost from the quarterback position, who is a QB2, what am I to make of that? What are we to make of that? Could you educate us about that? Because I don't know anywhere else to go. I've seen bad play. Yeah. I've seen bad quarterbacks. And also, and you can make, to me, the greatest argument you can make in favor of Stefanski is that as good as he is, somehow, some way, we're not going to accuse him of being a quarterback whisperer, because since he's arrived in 2020, even though he's won 2 Coach of the Year honors, this is going to be his 13th starting quarterback. 13. Damn, you can't figure out something? I guess that's an argument to make in his favor that that's not his strength with quarterbacks, but that's all you can say, because nothing else makes sense to me as to how a guy playing under his stewardship can be a QB2 and could go out there and look that damn lost. I don't understand that.
And I don't all that disagree with that. I think, the QB2 thing, the other QB1 is a rookie. He's only been starting for, I think, about 5 weeks. So, but I don't necessarily disagree a ton with that. Here's what I would say about this whole Shedeur first start situation. Anybody that is sitting here going, his future hangs in balance, even in Cleveland, in this week, that's a ridiculous thing to say. So you're mean to tell me that a young man that is, for the first time ever, taking snaps with the starting group for 1 week, he gets 1 week 4 practices with the starting group to go out there and play in an NFL game with arguably the worst skill group in the NFL, you're going to give him one opportunity?
So the question is, my question would be for you then, when Dillon Gabriel is released from concussion protocol, does he get the starting job back?
Hello.
I mean, I would lean towards Shedeur unless it's an absolute, utter disaster. But I think I've seen enough of Dillon. Dillon's first game was pretty good. His second game was okay, and it's kind of deflated since then.
And I know you can't put yourself inside Cleveland's locker room. You feel Kevin Stefanski feels that way too. Shedeur Sanders becomes the starter this week if Dillon Gabriel is not in concussion protocol.
As long as it's not a disaster, another disaster.
My point is, after the game, Kevin Stefanski said Dillon Gabriel is our starting quarterback.
No, I would lean towards Shedeur.
You would lean towards Shedeur.
I don't know what Stefanski's going to do.
Right, but the thing that Stephen A. is talking about, he's not talking about the way you see the football game, the schematics, the X's and O's, right? The team leadership that you feel should be in Cleveland. He's talking about what he's seen.
Yeah.
Because from the beginning of this, we all felt that Shedeur Sanders should have been drafted higher than the 5th round. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Right? That was our evaluation as people who understand football.
Right.
He was drafted in the 5th round. Now, what you and I and Cam know is when you're drafted in the 5th round, you're treated like a 5th rounder.
Right.
So all these people who love Shedeur, I love Shedeur, who think that Kevin Stefanski should have been putting in a game plan to make sure Shedeur Sanders was the best he could possibly be, that's not how life works.
Correct.
Right? Which is why we've had to explain to people this is how this is how second team quarterback reps work in practice.
Right.
But you also know, if you're Kevin Stefanski and you know you have a special situation with 2 rookies, you control the script. Right? You can get Shedeur Sanders those reps if he's eventually going to be inserted, because you know you have different circumstances, which you have because you drafted a quarterback in the 3rd round and the 5th round. So that's why I feel this is his only chance, because the Cleveland Browns, as an organization, we can take it away from Kevin Stefanski, have shown that their top priority is not making sure Shedeur Sanders succeeds. That's not what it is.
Yeah, but see, that's an extreme comment, though, RC. You know what I'm saying? Like, you mean to tell me that someone within the organization took him in the 5th round, and then, to Stephen A's words, it's a house divided, and we're going to, like, give him one opportunity with a group that's not good enough. I don't care who you are.